Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Desi Chale Canada. Friends, in the first two episodes of the Express Entry 2019 series, I told you about the pre-application and the application phases of the Express Entry program. But do you know what happens after you submit your application? What kind of checks are performed on your application to make sure that the information that you provided is 100% correct and to make sure that you are admissible to Canada. It is very important to understand the post application procedure to make sure that you fill up your application in the best way possible and make sure that it processes smoothly. So if you would like to know all about the post application phase, then you must continue to watch this. The post-application phase can be broadly classified into two aspects. The first aspect being rechecking your eligibility, and the second step is to check your admissibility. Once you submit your complete application package after being issued an invitation to apply, the Canadian immigration authorities will start processing your application to make sure that you filled your application for permanent residence completely and correctly, paid your processing fees, meet all the requirements of the program that you applied under, and included all supporting documents. The entire post-application phase is generally completed within 6 months as per current trends, which means that if all your documents are in order and there is no problem with your admissibility, then you should receive PPR or passport request within 6 months of submitting your application. Canadian immigration authorities will contact you through your online account to confirm the receipt of your application, send you a biometrics request, send you periodic updates on the status of your application, ask you for any additional documents, send a request for interview notice, and to inform you of any other information or requirements specific to your case. Generally, if you get a request to submit any additional documents, then you would have to submit those within a specific number of days, and thus it is very important that you keep checking your online account at regular intervals to make sure you do not miss out on any important updates. Upon submitting your application, you would receive AOR or Acknowledgement of Receipt, and your online account would display the status as shown in this image. The first important update that you would see in your online account is passing your medical exam. You would normally see the status of your medical exam change to passed after 30 days of submitting your application. This image shows the updated status with the medical passed message. Generally, at this stage, your eligibility check has been completed and your background checks are in progress. Background check includes checking the authenticity of all documents that you have submitted, like work experience certificate, IELTS certificate, ECA certificate, etc. If any additional documents are required, then you would get a message in your online account asking for the same, and also an email in your registered account. You can see an additional document request in this image, and the time given to provide the document is only 7 days from the letter. Background checks to verify your work experience can be done in a number of ways. While in most cases, the immigration officer would perform standard checks like searching on the internet to make sure that the supporting documents that you provided are true, there are also random checks where the immigration officer would call up your reporting manager or company HR to confirm your authenticity of documents provided. The last step in the process is to check your criminal admissibility. This is where the information is verified through police certificates provided by you and also through some of the internal procedures followed by the Canadian immigration authorities. A candidate's application for permanent residence may be rejected if there is any serious criminal record against their name. If the background checks have been completed and approved, your online status will also change to approved, and you would receive a passport request letter as shown in the picture below. The passport request letter contains detailed instructions on where do you have to submit your passport and the last date of submission. The things to remember during this phase are: if you are between 14 and 79 years of age, you would need to give your biometrics and also pay the required fees. You would receive a letter asking you to give biometrics, and you must do that as soon as possible to avoid delays to your application. In case you want to update any information after you have submitted your application, there is a web form available on the below URL which you may use to update any information. Information to be updated may include change in contact information, birth or death in family, marriage or divorce, adoption, job changes, new educational qualification, or updated language test results. Although the processing time is 6 months from the date you submit your application, but your application might get delayed because of certain reasons, such as if any information about you needs to be verified, criminal or security problems with the candidate, additional background checks, complicated family situations such as an ongoing divorce or adoption process, and the need for additional documents. If the Canadian immigration authorities find out that you have provided false information in your application, then your application might be rejected and you may be barred from applying to come to Canada for 5 years. So friends, this was a video about the process that is followed after you submit your application for Canadian permanent residence. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, then please like it and share it with other people who may benefit from information given here. For more information related to Canadian immigration and life in Canada, please subscribe to Desi Chale Canada's YouTube channel. So until next time, stay tuned and stay positive.